right, don't be like me and ever get caught stuck on the side of the road without one of these guys again. Not only is this an air compressor pump, it is actually a light, a phone charger, you can charge your phone with it, and a battery jumper. So if you have a dead battery. So if you ever go to a sporting event, a drive-in, or anything like that where you have to leave your car on, you can be the savior of the party by jumping everybody's car. We just had to do that. We went to a drive-in. And remember those? I don't know if you're too young to even know what that means. A drive-in means you drive up and you watch a movie in your car. But the other thing is you have to have your radio on the whole time. So when we leave, there's a ton of cars that were dead. This thing came in like a boss, just being able to jump a bunch of people's car. And I'm gonna show you how to do that and the features of that, because you know what? If this is in your car, that's where it should live, and it's dead, you can charge it up with a USB-C charger. So the only thing you have to do is wait for a little bit and you can use the compressor. Now, if your battery's dead and this is dead, you might have a little bit of a problem. So just make sure that this thing always stays charged, and then you'll be good, because you can't jump a dead battery if this is dead. So let me take you on a tour of this little jump starter kit right here, and how to turn it on is pretty sleek right here. You just press and hold that. Now I'm going to start with the light. It's just simple, press that light. You get the flashing light, the hazard lights, the SOS. It's all bright white. It's going to, so that on traffic can see you. Then you're going to come down here and you're going to change the mode. You're going to have a car mode. You're going to have a motorcycle mode, a bicycle mode, a ball mode, and then generally it gives you an other. So it's like, that's other when you see all that. What other means is that you can just dictate your own PSI right here. This little guy goes all the way up to 150 PSI. Now 150 PSI on a tire, that is crazy. You're not putting that in a bicycle, you're not putting that in a motorcycle, you're not putting that in a truck or in a car or a basketball. But you are getting up to those in trailer tires. So we have a trailer with full-time trailer. Some of them do take 125. Never seen anything with 150. So that's kind of nice to know that you can actually have it. Now you do have presets, like here, 32. This car is actually 33. So we're gonna bump that up to 33. That's the recommended factory settings. That's gonna give you the best gas mileage as well, just making sure those PSI tires are pumped up. This is my son's vehicle. He drove across the country, and we're just making sure that his tires are at the factory setting, so all 4 tires, so he gets the best gas mileage as he's out here visiting us for a little bit. You're gonna get a normal bike pump attachment, but you get all the other accessories as well, just in this little tiny bag. You get a needle, you get a Schrader valve for your street bikes, and then you get pooled nozzles right here. The other thing that you get, this is really awesome. This is probably one of the better storage bags that I've seen. I've just seen really chintzy bags where you have 2 compartments, your main compartment for the thing, and then you have another compartment. That's where USB charger is going to be, as well as these guys kind of live. So that's kind of nice to have that bag that looks like that, and then you have a bag that looks and feels like it's quality instead of just a chintzy fabric bag. And then you have a couple things right here where you can stick some papers, warranty information if you need to, or anything like that. And then this, put it in this bag so it doesn't get scratched, throw it in your car so that it doesn't accidentally get touched, and you're good to go for the next time that you need it. Now, we don't need it today. We're just using it today, but you want to have this when you need it. It's there, it's ready, and it's good to go. So let me show you how to do the tires, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to show you how to jump start the battery really quick. We're going to see how fast it takes. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, I have a whole ton of these that I've actually looked at, reviewed, watched over. So when it comes to understanding and knowing what makes a good jump starter / air compressor pump, the only thing that I'm going to tell you is that most of these guys are not built for longevity, right? They're built for emergency. What I mean by longevity is you're not gonna get 4, 5, 6 tires, whatever. You're gonna get 1 tire, it's gonna do the job, and it's not gonna burn out, get too hot on you. Try to do 2 tires, 3 tires, 4 tires. I'm talking like tires that are flat. And hopefully that's never the case. So the use case for these is 1 flat tire, pumped up, you're good to go if that's the case. So we're gonna double check on our PSI, go to the car. We're rocking just a few hair short, so we're gonna go 5 PSI. Now, in my experience, 5 PSI at the upper, on most of these, it takes you probably about 2 to 3 minutes. So that's where I'm gonna say is if we can be under that 3 or 4 minute range, then that's gonna be a good fast compressor. But that also is gonna tell us the faster it goes, the hotter it gets. So we're gonna test that. So if it's speed and it's not hot, it means that we got a good little motor in there that's gonna be great for us. So let me reset that. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna start this up. So you just press and hold the power. Start that up. Like I said, it normally will take somewhere in the matter of 3 to 4 minutes to get this up. So if it's less than that, we're gonna check and make sure. And we've already dropped the battery, which is fine because I didn't know if this was fully charged or not. So we've already dropped the battery. We're sitting at 20 seconds in. We got 3 more PSI to go. I'm pretty confident we're gonna be well under that 2-minute mark. So this is one of those fast PSI pumps. If I can be under a minute, that's gonna take the record of all the ones that I've ever seen before that go 5 PSI. Now, that's pretty awesome. I'm actually looking at this, I'm really surprised we might be under a minute. Maybe not, but let's see. We're racing. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Oh, come on. I don't think you're gonna, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? I don't know. Is it gonna do it? Under a minute? No! Oh, right at a minute. Holy cow, that was close. So I'm right at a minute that did that thing. 5 PSI in a minute. Now that doesn't mean that it's gonna go 10 PSI in 2 minutes. It could, but once you reach those higher upper PSIs, if you're doing a truck tire or whatever, it's gonna take a little bit longer to get those 70, 80 PSI. So come on down here really quick. That's 33 PSI, or that's 5 PSI in just about a minute. I'm really impressed with that. Now, it's not hot to touch. That's completely cool. I would say you could do probably another tire, 5 PSI, maybe even another with the battery life. And this is a big, beefy boy. But enough about that. It does what it does. It does it really well. So let's go and let's take a look at how does it jump a battery. This is cool because it auto detects. So the moment that I stick this in and I attach positive to positive, negative to negative, it's gonna automatically detect that. So right now it just turned itself on, it's ready to connect, and you can actually boost it, but it also has reverse protection. So let's say that you accidentally, don't do this, just if you accidentally do this and you put the negative on the positive and the positive on the negative, this is not going to protect that from, sometimes you can do bad things to batteries, you can do bad things to the unit. If you cross polarity streams, I feel like that's Ghostbusters. Don't cross the plasma streams. Don't do it, but if you accidentally do it, know that there's protection there for the unit and for your battery as well. So that's kind of handy. So what we're going to do here is we just hook the negative up to the negative terminal, just like that. And I'm actually going to tell you right now, I've had others where these alligator clamps right here don't go as wide. That is really wide. Some of them only go that wide, and I've not been able to get it on the terminal. I've been only put it on the nut. Now I love getting it on the terminal just because I know I got a good secure connection. So there we go. It says that we are correct, and it is not giving any juice at all until I press this button. So that's pretty cool. So you got the correct. So we press the boost button, and you hear that click, just like that, we are pumping in battery. And it's gonna keep doing that until we get the car started. There we go. And just like that, we saved the day. We got the car started, we got the tires pressurized to the right amount of pressure. Anytime you see somebody at the shopping mall or at the drive-in and they are struggling with their car getting started, you can pull this out and you can save the day and make their bad day turn into a much better day because you got their car started, their tires pumped up, whatever the case. You did your job to help humanity that one day, all because you have this in your truck and you're ready to go for when that situation arises. And I'll promise you this right now, it's not a matter of if. So be prepared, be a good Boy Scout, be prepared for the next time that you find yourself in that situation.